Welcome to the Age Gracefully Show with Dr. Michael Grossman, the well-known anti-aging stem cell and regenerative medicine specialist, best-selling author, and founder of the OC Wellness Clinic in Irvine, California. Each week, he shares the latest information to help you look and feel your best so you age gracefully. And here's your host, Dr. Michael Grossman.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Dr. Michael Grossman, here to talk about aging gracefully. There are many different considerations to aging gracefully. And today, we're going to talk about vitamins and nutrients. It's an issue that I deal with a lot in my office, and there are many different aspects to this. Vitamins and nutrients can provide us with antioxidants. Antioxidants are real critical for longevity. Antioxidants prevent the oxidative stress that occurs with aging. If you leave a car out in the sun, it will age. After 50 years, all the upholstery, all the plastic kind of gets stiff and cracks because of the aging process. And that's what happens in our body to some extent. Our arteries lose their flexibility. That's the first thing we notice when flexibility goes away, is that the arteries don't work so well. And they get stiffer and they begin to clog. And that becomes a big problem with the aging process. Our skin cracks, our skin gets old, it sags, it just loses its resilience and its elasticity. So antioxidants and nutrients that prevent oxidative stress, very important for our longevity and staying young. There are certain things that make it worse, which we avoid: smoking, pollution. These things are, big problems. But in terms of the average individual, we have to focus on eating healthily. And one of the things I do in my office is I measure people's antioxidant levels. There are many ways to do that. The easy way that I do it, that's very, very accurate, is to put a light through your hand. It bounces through the skin and bounces off, and it can measure the carotenoids that are stored in the skin. When you eat a lot of carrots, so to speak, which have a lot of carotenoids, you kind of get a little yellow orange glow to your skin. And then that's just a natural thing that happens as you eat that color of the antioxidants. But it's stored in the skin, and you can actually measure how much carotenoids you've stored in the skin in this easy way. And it's very accurate because it's a 2-month average. And I can generally tell by asking people what they're eating, how they're going to score on this antioxidant test. And people eat fresh food that have vegetables in it, score very high. Greens and things like broccoli and Brussels sprouts and carrots that are fresh and cooked, you will allow you to get these antioxidants. If you want to get a lot of these antioxidants, you want to take uncooked vegetables like greens, like kale and spinach, and put them in a Vitamix or a Magic Bullet, a high-speed blender, and go really fast with it and break down the cell wall of the vegetable. And then you can get the nutrition that's in the vegetable. If you chew it up as a raw salad, you get some nutrition, not a lot, but it's mostly fiber. And there's a value to that, but you don't get a lot of the nutrients. If you're a cow, you eat grass, and you can have 2 stomachs and gradually dissolve the grass, and you actually get the nutrition in the grass. Humans can't get the nutrition from grass. But if we put things in a high-speed blender and we squeeze out the nutrients that are inside the cell walls, you can get the nutrition. So these high-speed blenders are very, very efficient at creating the nutrition that comes out of these vegetables. And so I encourage people to do high-speed blenders where you take the greens, put them in the high speed with some water, and then after it's a minute or so, it's smooth and it has all the nutrients there. Then you could add protein powder and maybe some berries in it, and then you put it on low speed because you don't want to cook the protein powder. You don't want to cook the the fruit, because high speed will cook it. And you don't want to do that. You just want to mix it up, slow speed, and then you drink it. And that's a super, super healthy drink. If you do that drink over a period of 2 months, you will score much higher on the vitamin scan measuring the antioxidants. The value of these antioxidants is that it prevents disease, particularly cancer, but many other diseases are prevented from this. We have some extracts of broccoli that we concentrate the certain components of broccoli, and this has been well researched to reduce cancer of all kinds. I'm not crazy about vegetable powders, which are advertised that, oh, it has all this good stuff in it, because 95% of the vegetable powders are processed in such a way that when I measure you on my vitamin scan, they don't increase your antioxidants. So just be aware of that. Now, there is a variety of other vitamins and nutrients that are very important for your health and well-being. Fish oil is very important. There's lots of study on fish oil showing that it does all kinds of good things for you. Fish oil prevents heart attacks and strokes. Fish oil helps your skin to be more youthful. It helps your brain to function better. Your brain is made up of all kinds of fats, a lot of fats, mainly fish oils. And fish oil is a great product to take, but there's a lot of variation in the quality of fish oil. One is, are there impurities in the fish oil, mercury and other pesticides, etc. So some of the good fish oils have removed them and some haven't. Then we have the issue of, is it fresh? If you crack the fish oil and taste it and it doesn't taste like fresh fish oil, it's been oxidized, it's been processed in such a way that it's exposed to the air and oxidizes and turns rancid and doesn't taste good, and it's not good for you because it has a lot of oxidative stress in it. Instead of being a help, it can be a hindrance. So I like to use certain fish oil that come from companies that I know. So the ones that I know, the orthomolecular companies, the Design for Health, the Metagenics, these are some of the companies that I will use so that I know I'm getting high quality fish oil. Vitamin E will be the same thing. You don't want to take a lot of vitamin E. You want to have a balanced vitamin E. You usually want to have it combined with vitamin E as a balance between alpha, gamma, and delta tocopherols. You don't want to just have a lot of alpha, because when you have the vitamin E, too much of one kind imbalances the physiology. You want to have a balance of vitamin E. And there are certain companies that will make this balance, but a little bit of vitamin E of the D alpha is okay, but you don't want to have like 50 milligrams is plenty of the D alpha. You want to have it mixed up with the other ones if it's any more than that. Vitamin D is a very important vitamin. Vitamin D is more like a hormone than a vitamin, but because we can't make it, we call it a vitamin, but it really is a hormone. You can make it from the sunshine, and it gets created from your own physiology when you're in the sun, but too much sun causes skin cancer. So it's a mixed blessing about getting a lot of sun. We now have the solution, and we find that when we give the average person here in America vitamin D, they live longer and healthier. Less cancer, less heart disease, less arthritis, better moods. All kinds of things get better with vitamin D. So it's such an important vitamin antioxidant. But we found that if you take too much calcium with vitamin D, some of the extra calcium you absorb from the vitamin D goes into the arteries and not the bones, and then you get more hardening of the arteries. We used to, some 10, 20 years ago, give massive doses of of calcium to help you get strong bones. And now we found that that's not a good idea. Vitamin D with calcium helps your bones to be stronger, but you want to add vitamin K, vitamin K2. 180 micrograms is a good amount to add. And it pushes the calcium you're absorbing from the vitamin D into your bones, not into your arteries. So it protects you from hardening of the arteries. So that's very important. How much vitamin D to take? I measure your levels. But in general, most people need 5,000 IUs of vitamin D, but we always check your levels once a year, make sure it's in a good range. Now, there are many other nutrients that are real important. One of them is selenium. Selenium is a mineral, a trace mineral. It's hard to get it from the food you eat. You can get some of it from the food you eat, but usually you have to take it as a supplement. 200 micrograms is an ideal amount. A lot of studies showing it reduces cancer dramatically, 50% less cancer in general when you take 200 micrograms of selenium every day. Other nutrients that are important to other trace minerals, chromium. Chromium is another trace mineral. It's very helpful to prevent and reduce diabetes. And there's not an exact amount of chromium to take. There are different amounts you can take, but chromium is a great mineral to help prevent diabetes. And depending upon how much diabetes, we take more or less of it. There are a variety of other nutrients that are very important. If you're a vegetarian, you will become deficient in L-carnitine, which is an amino acid. So you want to take an amino acid or a separate supplement with L-carnitine if you're a vegetarian, because when you get deficient in it, you lose muscle stamina and muscle strength. And so we like you eating L-carnitine if you're vegetarian. And vegetarians generally need more B vitamins because it's hard to get. You can, but it's hard to get the B vitamins being a vegetarian. Other nutrients that are very important for arthritis. We have a variety of nutrients that are very helpful. You have glucosamine made from seashells. You have MSM, which is methyl sulfonyl-methane, which is a nutrient found in grass that it covers the grass in the morning, and the animals lick it. And MSM is very, very helpful for all kinds of arthritic issues. It helps you to grow new collagen. Hyaluronic acid are two glucosamine molecules linked up, and hyaluronic acid is also very helpful for arthritis. We have generally uncooked collagen peptides made from different kind of products, whether it be animals or shells or whatever. We have collagen that is very helpful for arthritis to build collagen. So we like those things for arthritis. There's so many different nutrients in that arena that are very helpful for arthritis and to rebuild your collagen that otherwise causes osteoarthritis. Sleeping, there are several things that are really good for sleeping that are natural nutrients. We're not crazy about the prescription medicines. You all probably know about melatonin. It's getting very popular. Melatonin is produced in the brain, in the pineal gland. It's very helpful for sleeping. Normal sleep, you need to have melatonin. As you get older, you make less and less of it. Melatonin at bedtime is very helpful for sleep. But you can take 1 milligram, 3 milligrams, 5 milligrams. If you take too much, you may get sleepy, groggy. You may have intense dreaming. But melatonin is a great antioxidant, builds the immune system, and I like melatonin as a supplement. Then my other favorite sleep supplement would be L-theanine. L-theanine is an amino acid that's found in green tea. Green tea has caffeine and this other nutrient. The caffeine stimulates you, but green tea is calming, much more calming than coffee because of the L-theanine, and it relaxes your brain. Instead of thinking, your brain just settles down. It doesn't make you sleepy. So you can take it during the day also because it just calms the brain down. So these are my thoughts about nutrients. Sometimes we have to give some injections of vitamins. So as you get older, you lose B12. You don't absorb it so well from your stomach. You need intrinsic factor and other things. And if you don't absorb it over a period of months and years, you become deficient. And you can get all kinds of funny brain problems, coordination problems, nerve problems. And often, if we give you the tablets, you don't absorb very much because you don't have the intrinsic factor. So you really need to take injections, and the injections can be fantastically dramatic to make you feeling younger again, coordination, brain functioning, moods, energy. And so injections of B12, something you can do at home. I show you how to do it. It's very easy. So that's a general picture of what you need to know about vitamins and nutrients. I do this every day in my office as a anti-aging doctor here in Newport Beach, California. And it's such an important part of reversing aging and making people feel young again. And I do it every day. I make people feel younger and younger every day. Just had a lady, sweet lady, 89 years old. I started seeing her about 2.5 years ago. And she was really not doing well. She could barely walk in the office. And her memory was just terrible. Brain fog, enormous, exhaustion. And she thought she was ready to go. And I got her on my things for vitamins, minerals, hormones, nutrients. And she is like a powerhouse now. She is just laughing, having a great time, filled with energy, running after the young men, having a great time. So I encourage you all to know that you have the option of staying youthful at any age, being vibrant. So I'm happy to work with you personally. I'm happy to have you find your own anti-aging doctors around, and looking forward to you all feeling vibrant and youthful. Thanks so much. Take care now.
Thank you for watching the Age Gracefully Show with Dr. Michael Grossman. Join us next week for another informative discussion to help you age gracefully. Be sure to visit us at ocwellness.com.